Ever wondered what is conventional and non-conventional energy? In this video, we are going to learn about these two terms in an absolute clear manner. Energy resources has been classified as conventional and non-conventional sources. And the reason we classify things is to understand them better and to finally utilize them in an appropriate manner. So what is conventional energy? The word conventional means standard, regular, or something that is generally done. If you look at the conventional energy sources like firewood, cow dung cake, coal, petroleum, natural gas, and electricity, these all have been in use as a source of energy from ages. It is widely accepted as a fuel to produce heat, light, food, and energy. So I hope you understand what is conventional energy now. Now let's get to know a bit about few conventional sources of energy. The first one is coal. Coal is a fossil fuel. Coal is formed due to the compression of plant material over millions of years. We use coal for power generation to supply energy to industry as well as for domestic needs. India is highly dependent on coal for meeting its commercial energy requirements. Now, coal is of different types. Just like wine, even coal is dependent on factors like age, how old is it, then what's the level of compression it has gone through, or in other words, its maturity. On the basis of this differentiation, coal is of three types, and they are: the first one is lignite coal. It is a low-grade brown coal, which is soft with high moisture content. I want you to understand this. When it says moisture, we are talking about certain level of water content. High moisture means very high level of water content. So here the decaying of plants has to take place in an area where it's wet or the water content is very high, and that place is a swampy region. It's a place that occurs along rivers or an area of low-lying land that is frequently flooded. In Hindi we call it as kichad. So in this place you will find lignite coal. Now this kind of coal is found in the regions of Neyveli in Tamil Nadu, and they are used for generating electricity. And the second type of coal is bituminous coal. Now these type of coal are buried deep inside the earth's crust, and they are subjected to increased temperature. So we all know that as you go more inside the earth's crust, it gets hotter, the temperature increases. Therefore it is easy to understand that this type of coal is buried deep inside the earth's crust, and the temperature is going to be naturally high. It is the most popular coal in commercial use. So when we say commercial, it means that it has market value. And bituminous coal is of special value because it is used for smelting of iron in blast furnaces. So basically you need this kind of coal to produce iron. Hence now you understand that bituminous coal has a special value. And the third type of coal is called anthracite. Now this is the highest quality of hard coal you can ever find. So if we were to put all the types of coal in order wise with respect to its quality, then the number one place goes to anthracite because this is the highest quality of coal, and the second one will go to bituminous coal, and the last one is lignite, which is low grade brown coal. Petroleum is the second form of conventional sources of energy. Petroleum is a fossil fuel that was formed from the remains of ancient marine organisms. So what happened was, algae and plants lived in shallow seas. After dying and sinking to the sea floor, the organic material mixed with other sediments got buried and crushed under millions of tons of sediment rocks. Over millions of years, under high pressure and high temperature, the remain of these organisms transformed into what we know today as fossil fuels. Petroleum reservoirs can be found beneath land or the ocean floor. Petroleum is used to make gasoline and many other important products in our everyday lives. They are used in tires, refrigerators, lubricants for machinery, moisturizing creams, etc. In India, petroleum is produced at Bombay High, another place is Ankleshwar, which is in Gujarat, and the last place is Assam. The third type of conventional energy is natural gas. It is considered an environmental friendly fuel because of low carbon dioxide emissions, but it is associated with petroleum. In fact, its formation is also pretty much the same like petroleum. So millions of years ago, when plants and tiny sea animals were buried by sand and rock, then layers of mud, sand, rock, plant and animal matter continued to build up until the pressure and heat turned them into oil and natural gas. Natural gas is used as a raw material in petrochemical industries, and petrochemical industries are those where chemicals derived from petroleum or natural gas are used in making products of fundamental human needs such as health, hygiene, housing, and food. Large reserves of natural gas in India are found in Krishna Godavari Basin, Bombay High, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and Gulf of Cambay. This inlet over here is referred to as Gulf of Cambay, and the other one, which is here, this is called Gulf of Kutch. Natural gas is used heavily in fertilizer industries, and compressed natural gas is used for vehicles instead of petroleum. The fourth type of conventional energy is electricity. Now, electricity is generated mainly in two ways. Number one, running water, which drives hydro turbines to generate hydroelectricity. And the second way is by burning other fuels such as coal, petroleum, and natural gas to drive turbines to produce thermal power. So in both the manner, the electricity generated is the same. Since hydroelectricity is generated by fast flowing water, therefore it is a renewable resource. And India has a number of multi-purpose projects like the Bhakra Nangal Dam, Damodar Valley Corporation, the Kopili Hydel project. These places are marked on the map, just have a look at it. And thermal electricity is generated by using coal, petroleum, and natural gas. The thermal power stations use non-renewable fossil fuels. So we have a lot of thermal power plants in India. Have a look at this map and you shall see some of the places. And the last form of conventional energy is nuclear or atomic energy. So in a nuclear fueled power plant, water is turned into steam, which in turn drives turbine generators to produce electricity. The difference is the source of heat. In nuclear power plants, the heat to make the steam is created when uranium atom splits, which is also called fission. So in nuclear fission, energy is released in the form of heat, and this is used to generate electric power. Uranium and thorium, which are available in Jharkhand and the Aravalli ranges of Rajasthan, are used for generating atomic or nuclear power. The monazite sands of Kerala is also rich in thorium. So thorium is a chemical element which is highly radioactive, and it is also a primary fuel for many of the nuclear reactors. So some of the nuclear power plants in India are, just have a look at this map and you should see some of them. Now let's read about the second part of this video, non-conventional sources of energy. The energy generated by using wind, tides, solar, geothermal heat, and biomass is referred to as non-conventional energy. These energy sources are renewable and ecologically safe. India is blessed with an abundance of sunlight, water, wind, and biomass. Now let's read about some of the non-conventional sources of energy. The first one is solar energy. Photovoltaic technology converts sunlight directly into electricity. Photovoltaic is also referred to as solar cells. They convert the energy of light directly into electricity. The largest solar plant of India is located at Madhapur near Bhuj, Gujarat. The second non-conventional energy source is wind energy. This is done by using a large wind turbine, usually consisting of propellers. The turbine is connected to a generator to generate electricity. As the wind passes the turbines, it moves the blades, which spins the shaft, and that generates electricity. The largest wind farm cluster is located in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Gujarat, Kerala, Maharashtra, and Lakshadweep. And if you look at these places, they all are located at coastal region. Hence, wind from sea is in abundance. The third non-conventional energy source is biogas. Biogas is produced in a biogas plant. Shrubs, farm waste, animal and human waste are dumped into the biogas plant. It is then heated to a certain temperature. The leftover is decomposed by the microorganisms under exclusion of light and oxygen. The final product is biogas, and its main element is methane gas. Biogas plants are set up at municipal, cooperative, and individual levels. It is very beneficial for rural farmers because it not only produces energy but it also produces fine quality manure. The fourth non-conventional energy source is tidal energy. Floodgate dams are built across inlets. During high tide, water flows into the inlet and gets trapped when the gate is closed. After the tide falls outside the floodgate, the water retained by the floodgate flows back to the sea via a pipe that carries it through a power generating turbine. If you see, it's purely using natural force along with the help of mechanical process to generate electricity. In India, the Gulf of Kutch provides ideal conditions for utilizing tidal energy. Last but not the least, geothermal energy is another form of non-conventional energy source. When we break the word geothermal, we get geo, that is referred to as earth, and then we get thermal, which means heat. So in this, heat and electricity is produced by using the heat from the interior of the earth. We all know that as we go deeper inside the earth's crust, the temperature gradually increases. It is this heat that is used with water to produce steam, and then the steam is used to drive turbines and generate electricity. Right now there are two places in India where geothermal energy is in practice, and those places are Manikan in Himachal Pradesh and Puga Valley in Ladakh. So this was all about non-conventional sources of energy. And this brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video informative. There are lots of videos in my channel. Click these bubbles to see those video series. Links are also available in the description. And if you have any question or feedback for me, please comment down below. That's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.